these anchors on ABC, look at their empty suits. No person under the age of 60 gives a you-know-what.
We talked in hour one about the clear motivations becoming apparent. I know all of you were aware. Charlie Kirk was not killed by a right-winger. He was not killed because he wasn't right-wing enough. He wasn't killed, as Jamel Hill, formerly of ESPN, said, by part of a white supremacist gang hit. This is what she tweeted, Buck. Now, she since deleted it.
I mean, if he was in a maximum security prison, maybe that story would make some sense. But that's insane. That's truly, that's lunatic stuff.
Absolute lunatic stuff. White supremacist gang hit, according to Jamel Hill. But what are they saying on CNN? I want to play a couple of these cuts because they're telling you things that are 100% false. And I want to ask Buck's opinion on this. I don't understand how you could have these takes and be on the internet at all. First, here is CNN's host, Abby Phillip, arguing with Scott Jennings about people celebrating Charlie Kirk's murder. Cut 34.
Everybody here acknowledges that there have been thousands upon thousands of people, ordinary people, who have taken to social media to celebrate this, yes or no?
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I have high school friends who are.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I just think we should we got to be factual about this, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you know the scope. I don't know the scope. But I do think that we have to distinguish between random people in the world and something that is a dominant issue.
Because the person who shot Charlie Kirk was a random person in the world, was he not?
Well, here's the thing.
That's the danger. You dismiss the random people of the world. They have access
to weapons. There have been political assassinations
in
this country. There have been political assassinations in this country before, Scott. Wouldn't you agree? And they're all reprehensible. And in this country, do you believe that in those political assassinations in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, assassination attempts, that there were no Americans who cheered that on? I think the question is whether or not it happens. The question is whether or not we need to place that at the very center of our political world right now and categorize half the people in the country according to those random people that we now just happen to see because of the internet.
We do have to put that in the center of our political world, by the way, because it is.
She initially disputed that there were thousands and thousands of people. I actually think Scott Jennings was being very lenient in his numbering. Certainly there's tens of thousands. I think there's hundreds of thousands. There may well be millions. So to say, oh, we don't know that there's thousands, again, they're trying to minimize what is going on. Here is MSNBC. This is Brandy Zadronzi. And I'm not sure if I got that name right, but she is on MSNBC.
You don't know Brandy Zadronzi?
I'm not familiar with her work. I don't know her whole catalog. But she says to suggest people on the internet are cheering for the murder of Charlie Kirk is actually the total opposite of what's actually happening. This is what she said. Cut 35.
If you look across media generally, you have seen a lot of people trying to grapple with Charlie Kirk's legacy and what that is as a right-wing agitator and as a provocateur and as, a strategist and the most important GOP figure besides Donald Trump, arguably ever. And so, or right now. And so there's a lot of grappling to do, but to suggest that the internet is cheering for this is just the opposite, total opposite of what's actually happening.
No, actually, that's from reading the internet, and that's from going on Discord. And Clay, this is one of the reasons why I did it. The night of the assassination, meaning like we knew that he was dead that night. I just spent, I don't know how, I felt like an eternity just going through Blue Sky. I downloaded the app. I didn't even have it on my phone because I obviously don't want to support that lunacy, but I had to see it with my own eyes. I know you know that. But thousands and thousands of people cheering, high-fiving, making horrific jokes, saying horrible things about his widow. I mean, these people are sick maniacs. And some of them, you can say, oh, they're not, anchors on CNN. Some of them have a lot of followers. There are people that have, this is something else we all need to understand. There are people online who have far more influence in political conversation. There are many of them than any of these anchors on ABC. Look at their empty suits. No person under the age of 60 gives a you-know-what about what these they're basically like glorified male models and female models. I mean, they have absolutely no gravitas with the public anymore. And when you see who is saying this stuff and the kind of following they have, it's really, really disconcerting. I mean, it's pretty scary, honestly, that we have to share a country with so many psychos. There are a lot of them out there.
Look, I want to tell you, 2 years ago, October 7th, Israel changed forever. That's the day Hamas terrorists murdered more than 1,200 innocent Israelis, took 250 hostages. The pain of that day, the horror that so many of us witnessed, much of it was captured on video, will never be forgotten. It was the most brutal attack on Jewish people since the Holocaust, yet anti-Semitism is on the rise. If you're feeling helpless about how to combat it, there is something you can do. Mark this date on your calendar. Sunday, October 5th. There's a movement of love and support for the people of Israel called the Flags of Fellowship. It's organized by the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. On that Sunday, millions across America will plant an Israeli flag in honor and solidarity with the victims of October 7th, 2023, and their grieving families. You can be a part of this movement. To get more information about how you can join the Flags of Fellowship movement, visit the Fellowship online at ifcj.org. That's ifcj.org.